This is Akin, aka Jack is the Truth. I'm delighted to be joined by Spencer, Master Knowledge Fearon. How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, highly favored. Even better for speaking to you, my brother.
I've been following you a lot on social media. I noticed that you said you just come back from Pakistan. MTK Global had you doing some talks. And that's your fifth trip this year. How's that
Yeah,
going?
yeah. It has been. It's been very, very busy. It's been a hectic schedule, but I'm very, very grateful that MTK Global started off a foundation and put me in a position to go around the whole world and to give back. And sometimes it's not giving back financially. A lot of people think it's just going to be a financial thing. No, there's a lot of comfort speaking, like we did in Hurghada and Bosnia for the war victims there. Pakistan was something totally different because we was invited over by Oxford Community Hub, Oxford Creative Hub. They invited us over. Myself, Ian Rush, they had a gala dinner for us. We went out there, saw a lot of the orphanage young kids for the SOS group in Lahore. Went to Islamabad, went to Karachi. So I went all around, did their national TV out there, gave a lot of performance enhancement management. That's what I do, right? Everyone say, oh, I'm a motivational. No, I'm an enhancement performance and management group. That's what we do, and we try to spread love, and that is it. And seriously, the world would be so much better if everyone just went out there and tried to spread love. And it sounds corny, but I don't care that it's corny because it's the truth.
So this is performance in any aspect of life. So it's cross-functional. You can speak to anybody about how they can be a better version of themselves, essentially.
100%. It's like the number one is this. It's like it's no good someone being a life coach if you're not living life yourself. You know what I mean? Like people ask me, turn around and say, "Oh, Spence, what do you do for a living?" I live. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do. I live. You know what I mean? But I try to live to be the best optimum me on everything that I do. So I'm walking with purpose, I'm gliding with destiny, but I'm also loyal to my purpose and I'm obedient to my purpose. So when you start becoming obedient to your purpose, your dreams become reality. You know what I mean? Baba Tunde Ajayi keeps on saying, dream it, believe it, become it, right? I'm telling everyone this now, you know what I mean? Just speak it into existence, right? And that is it. And speak it into existence, then you got to work it into existence. Don't get fooled. I'm just speaking, it's going to happen. It doesn't work like that. You have to actively go out and work for it. So when you actively go out there and work for it, you won't worry about the bag of haters that you got around you or the naysayers or anything else. No, just live your dream. Last year, I hosted Les Brown, one of the greatest motivational speakers on the planet.
Yeah.
And when I hosted Les Brown, and Les was saying, you are an international speaker, Spence, right? He said he breathed life into me. My brother Les breathed. And since then, I've spoken Japan, Germany. I go around the whole... I've been so many Bali. I've been so many different places and spoken. So because of that, I'm incredibly grateful. And I'm grateful to the platform that I have. And then, like, when you're on a platform, you got to reach back down and you got to try to pull as many people as you can to come with you, irrespective of their skin tone, sexual preference, religion. Bring as many people as you can.
The world needs people like you. I'll just add this. You're a very inspirational person. I remember one time on social media I was following you, and over Christmas you put out a message that if anyone doesn't have a place to go and eat, they can come and see me. And someone actually did that. Someone came and you hosted them, and it touched me. I'd never met you before, so I just like to say kudos. Keep on being an inspirational person.
That was 2 years. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. I just put out. Anyone ain't got no one to eat on Christmas Day, and a couple of people hollered me, and they came around my house and they broke bread around my family's home. Listen, just as far as I'm concerned, that's how it was just meant to be. You know what I mean? Period. Did Bricks and Soup Kitchen in Christmas just gone, and off of the back of that, it's like I said, I'm so grateful to MTK Global. And for them to say, right, we trust you. Sandra Vaughan, I love that lady. They entrusted me to do something. And I'm not just repping for myself, but I'm repping for the face of that company as the fact that we are running a foundation. So it's a lot of pressure on me. And like I can't be all things to all people. But I'm doing my best to try and help as many people as I can.
Well, more power to you. God bless you, whatever. I hope you can continue to do that. Speaking of inspirational people, we were supposed to be done with Dillian White after he lost to the nation's darling, but he has reinvented himself and become the only other genuine pay-per-view star in the UK. How has he managed that?
He's managed that by perseverance. He's managed that by having a good team. People don't realize this, right? You have to have a good team because you can't do everything by yourself. And also, his annoying persistence to want to aspire to be the best. You know what I mean? So, like I'm saying, I want people to realize this. Dylan White is actually living his dreams and aspirations. Loads of us live our fears and desperations, and then we get upset by people living their dreams and aspirations because we ain't doing it. We've got to live your dreams and aspirations. So, what is Dylan White actively doing? Dylan White has mentally projected in his head, right, where he wants to be. He's mentally projected it, and he knows that I've got to take these steps, and I can't rush. Very patient man, watches a lot of fights, sits down saying, well, this is what I got to go back to the drawing board, and I got to go correct certain things. Before, the night when he fought Anthony Joshua in December of 2015, he was in no condition to be in no ring with Anthony Joshua. At that time, the Anthony Joshua was Universal Soldier. He's seen like how big he is and how hard he hits. Come on, man. But what he done, he said, okay, it didn't work for me. He got rid of certain things in him and started working with Mark Tibbs. People say, what are you working with Mark Tibbs for? What does he know? But them two have gelled. They've combined. And not only that, Mark Tibbs is one of the greatest boxing trainers ever to come out of the UK. He's just been steady on it. He's been steady on it. He's been steady on it. And he's been persistent. And because he's been persistent, he's aimed at it so he can claim at it. That's the thing. Loads of them don't aim at it. They're not aiming at nothing. So what happens? If you're not aiming at nothing, you can't even bust your shots. Why can't you bust your shots? Because you got no bullets there, because you ain't even got no gun to do the shots. Dylan White's got the gun, put the bullets in it. He's aiming. He's letting off shots right now, and he's getting success off of the back of it.
Wow. He's taking on an unknown quantity in many people's consciousness in Oscar Rivas. But Oscar Rivas is no joke. He's very come forward, willing opponent. We saw him against Bryant Jennings. No one expected him to win in that sort of fashion. What do you think of Dylan's chances in this fight?
Listen, it's not a case of Dylan's chances. Dean Powell, God rest his soul, was the matchmaker for Frank Warren for many years, and Dean was my friend, lived down the road from me. And Dean Powell always used to say to me, if you're a number one contender in the world, or you got a number one slot, don't risk it by trying to fight guys who are not deserving of it. And now he's risking all of that, all his hard work, he's risking it. And this is the type of man that he is. He's risking, because Rivas ain't no joke, he's serious. And it's going to be weird for Dylan White, because Dylan White's not the tallest of heavyweights. He's actually fighting somebody shorter than he. And we saw Dylan struggle against Derek Chisora. Why? Because he was a shorter, rounded, squat fighter. The difference with Rivas and Derek Chisora is that Rivas throws volume shots, right? And he will double up on the right hand, like he'll throw 3-4, and then he'll come out with a right uppercut, come out then with a left hook, and he'll be... So Rivas isn't coming to lay down, you know. Go speak to his people. He's not coming. And not only that, but Rivas got a good trainer, right? Mark Ramsey ain't no joke. Mark Ramsey is a serious guy. He's training Batavia right now, right? Mark Ramsey has trained the guy that beat Kovalev in Alvarez. He's not no joke. He's a serious guy. So you couple that, it's a dangerous fight. Do I think Dylan White's going to win? Yeah, I do think Dylan White's going to win. But he's going to have to. There is going to be some trenches. But what I've noticed is that Dylan White's getting very educated now. Before it had to be about a fight to prove that me are the bad man, me are the toughest man. No, them days are done. The educated jab is going to be the key. The key in this fight, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be his right uppercut.
No, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm going to switch gears real quick to Anthony Joshua, the hot button topic. We still don't know who he's about to fight. The rumors of Oscar Rivas. Oh, okay. Could you break some news?
Yeah, of course. He's going to be up against Andy Ruiz, and that's the fight that's gonna like a lot of people. I knew this for a few days ago. So yeah, it's gonna be Andy Ruiz, and that's no joke. That is a harder fight for him than Jarrell Miller.
You think so?
Of course it is.
Andy Ruiz was in against Scott Parker.
Against Joseph
Parker.
He lost some points to Joseph Parker. Very debatable loss. There was like, if that fight was in America, he would have got the decision. So it's. We look on his size of him and we think, this little fat man, he can't fight. No, the brother can fight, and he can box, and he's got a very, very good boxing brain. And then you want to see like, how does Anthony Joshua transcend his stardom to America, and how Anthony Joshua deals with the American crowd, right? Which I think now, because like, even though like Andy Ruiz boxed, I think he tried to box for America, but then he boxed for Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to be received, but one thing I do know for certain is that the brother will come to fight, and he's got skills. And I think this is an excellent fight for Anthony Joshua, because you're going to have to pit your skills against this guy and maybe show a little bit more swag in the work of Anthony Joshua. Well, I think we're going to see a very, very good Anthony Joshua, because I know Andy Ruiz is not taking this fight just for the payday. He actually thinks he can win the fight.
I've got to ask you this. Since you brought that news, you kind of ruined my line of questioning. It's good. I'll adapt. Ortiz. Ortiz's manager was on our show saying that 5 million was actually a good offer, and he misspoke by saying
it's too late. I mean, so it's too late. Andy Ruiz has got the shot. It's too late, brother. You know what I mean? This, you know what? I'm gonna be real, and it's not me running to the defense of Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn gets a lot of stick because he's been successful at doing what he's doing, right? There's tricks in trade and mechanics in business, right? So he understands the tricks in trade. Now, when it comes to business, right? You know what I mean? Marlon Lansky always said, like, you know what I mean, it's never personal, it's always business, right? So these guys have got to look at this like, you got offered, and what was it? The promoter tried to think now, but they're desperate, so we're gonna go get more money or more money. And I'm just glad, because let me tell you this. I'll tell you the guy who I believe would have given Anthony Joshua trouble. I think Michael Hunter Jr. would have given him trouble.
that's what I've been saying.
Right, because he's right. Because you study, you go along. I think he would have given Anthony Joshua trouble. I'm glad that it's not him, right? And that's the truth. Especially like on this, I think like Anthony Joshua prepared for Michael Hunter, he'll brush him. But like on these kind of late notice kind of step in, nah. So I'm telling you, the gods are on Anthony Joshua's side right now. But yeah, again, this Andy Ruiz ain't no easy pushover neither.
Okay. I mean, look, that's everything I've been saying. I was hoping that it wasn't Michael Hunter of all people, the Giant Slayer, at this short notice to fight someone that is that elusive. I thought, no, it wasn't a good fit. But yeah, thanks for confirming it, because I've been arguing with the guys on the show for the longest time. So when Anthony Joshua completes this fight, hopefully comes out with a win, how close do you think we are to seeing something like of a unification fight?
We're not. It's all about TV networks right now, and them protecting their brand of them saying they've got their version of a heavyweight world champion. Now you have ESPN, right, who have they got Disney money now, right? Disney money ain't no joke, you know. All right then. So you got ESPN now, who have the lineal heavyweight champion. You got to give Tyson Fury all the credit in the world, because he came back in his front, because then he beat Deontay Wilder. And I don't care of like boxing blue bloods and Lions Den boxing community. I don't care about what you lot want to say with your black power talk, right? right. I don't care about none of them kind of foolishness. Or you pro Wilder people. Wilder got beat when he fought Tyson Fury. Now, anyone want to turn around and say, didn't you just hating on Tyson Fury, right? Number one, right? Wilder got beat. And that's not me hating on Wilder. I'm glad that Wilder still got a version of the world title, because Wilder is the hardest single shot heavyweight in the whole wide world. Tyson Fury is the most scientific and more skilled heavyweight in the world. Anthony Joshua has a bit of both. He can punch. He's finely tuned, and he's more rounded than most of the guys, because he's more polished, right? He doesn't take chances. He's meticulous in his calculations. So you got all of that. So it's a great time for heavyweight boxing, right? Then you got Dillian Whyte on the outside, who's trying to say, like, I just want to fight anybody, brother. I don't business. Bring them. I'll just chop them down. So it's a great time for heavyweight boxing. But unfortunately, because you have these guys who are they're in power broker positions, right? Everybody's going to protect their own brand. Now, before, Tyson Fury didn't have anything to scream about to say, well, I've got this big network behind me. Now we've got a real big network, and it was essential, right? And it was MTK Global, big up Sandra Vaughan, who got the deal done for Tyson Fury with ESPN. It was MTK Global's people that made that happen. So because that's happened now he's a power broker himself now. So it's going to be difficult for this to come together. I could see this coming together maybe in about 18 months when they run out of opponents, because there's not a great deal. But listen, 18 months are going to go really quick. I want you to realize this. 18 months are going to go really, really fast. And then just maybe, those fights could actually happen. Or we're going to get some big Russian coming and throw some mad money on the table, or some big sheikh from out in Abu Dhabi somewhere saying, all right, I just want to see the fight happen just to entertain my kids, and throw these guys a lot of money to make that fight happen. But right now, everyone's going to protect their own interests. And as much as you say, well, I'm a fighter and I want to fight you, of course they do. But when you're thinking, this is a business now, and it's not the business of in the 1970s where everyone was brave enough to go fight everybody else. These guys are brave enough to fight everybody else right now. But Floyd Mayweather has shown you how to break the model, right? It's whether you can go get to that Floyd Mayweather status. That's another thing. But Floyd Mayweather he played by his own game, by his own rules. So, and because of that, Floyd Mayweather enlightened fighters to the possibility of what you do just by being your own man and being tunnel vision. So sometimes it's not about, I need to fight you for the biggest fight. I just need to be consistent and be very good at what I'm doing, and then I'll get the juice. And that's what's going to happen, I can see, with these guys now, and then being on different networks.
Spence, as ever, it's been an education. I really appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to the Boxing Voice?
No, nothing else, man. Like, all I've got to say is, again, Nesto, I saw the guy that threw water on you today. I saw him and I pulled him to one side. I'm telling you this now, I don't want to call the security guard's name, I pulled him to one side and I said, brother, what are you doing throwing water on a man out there? I was getting all the brothers phone me up and saying, right, you mean? And Nesto, you is a punk bitch. That's my guy, but you're a punk, bro. You made man dash water on you and you did nothing about it.
Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive, from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.